So we've learned about Chrome's revolutionary approach to the web, using the browser as a platform to seamlessly run applications in the fastest, most secure way possible. SaaSWAT has introduced us to Chrome management and thus the ability to manage and control all endpoints. We see Chrome as the operating system of the future, powering Chromebooks and all future Chrome OS form factors, turning screens into intelligent screens. In the context of that, I'd like to introduce Vidya Nagarajan, lead product manager for Chrome meetings and kiosks, who will tell us a bit more about our meetings and kiosks story and share some exciting news about upcoming features. Vidya.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome. So Vidya, let's talk about meetings. Why are we in this space, and what is the opportunity in that space for Google?
Our jobs require us to stay connected today. And web and device innovation makes this ever more possible. So more and more, we're staying connected to our colleagues and customers while we're on the road, we're working from home, or we're collaborating real time from remote locations. And in reality, for many of us, face-to-face meetings is just the most efficient and authentic way to work across locations. So face-to-face meetings simply encourages, better body language through your expressions. It just fosters overall better trust. And at Google, our goal is to make these face-to-face conversations a very effective as well as a seamless, productive part of our everyday work life. So we believe meetings should be secure, they should be fast, they should be super simple, helping you connect better at work. You should be able to instantly schedule and join any meeting, connect with anyone from anywhere. And to address this challenge with remote conferencing, a lot of companies are looking to invest in these super expensive, high-end video conferencing systems. And these systems are super expensive, so it's just not scalable, right, to have them in every office or every meeting room space that's possible. So at Google, we thought, how do we address this challenge, right? So it's a great opportunity for us, and with these Chrome devices, we can do a lot.
So, selfishly speaking, why I love Chromebox for meetings, and I think to echo the customers, we're not only tackling the challenge of connecting rooms to rooms, but we're also connecting rooms to users and users to users and users to rooms, right? And do that very seamlessly. I mean, we all know the challenge of driving in a car, trying to look for that conference bridge to dial into a conference call, and it just simply doesn't work, right? So, I'm extremely excited to see that we've kind of started to tackle this and do this very seamlessly. And again, it's something that we've done with the power of Chrome OS as the underlying operating system, right? So definitely very, very excited to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly our philosophy, right? So I think with Chromebox for meetings, we're trying to see how can we democratize access to video conferencing. So now it would be possible for companies to outfit high-quality, enterprise-grade video conferencing, right, in every meeting room and every meeting space, right, that's possible. It could be phone booths, it could be conference rooms, it could even be systems for your own desk, right, that executives or every information worker could use. And so Chromebox for Meetings, as a platform, it uses Google Hangouts technology powered on Chrome OS, and therefore this brings the speed, simplicity, security, and high-definition HD quality video conferencing. A really interesting piece of anecdote is at Google, we've been using video conferencing for a really long time, right? And every customer who walks into Google and walks into our conference rooms are like, how can we get that, right? And so this is something that's always been on our mind for a long time, but we just never had the right vehicle to take it to market. And so now with the disruption of Chrome OS in this space in the last couple of years, we just saw this was a great opportunity for us to now bring Hangouts and Chrome OS together, right, and take this to market.
Yeah, I think what's and this is again coming from me and really, really cool, is the fact that when we talk to the COOs and the CIOs that essentially own this project inside their enterprises, they're not only worried about reducing costs and switching from, let's say, the status quo over to Chromebox for meetings, but they're also really interested in looking at what other offline rooms can we actually bring online, right? And that there's a massive opportunity there. Again, just last week we spoke to a CIO who's looking to convert 200 rooms, but he has another 1,500 rooms globally that are simply not online, right? And I think this whole idea of create a turnkey solution, bring rooms online by a click of a button and deploy globally is a huge advantage and a huge potential that we see. Speaking of customers, let's hear from one of our customers how they have implemented it and how they're essentially benefiting from the solution.
Pinterest is a tool that helps people discover things they love and inspire them to go do those things in real life. And to keep that spark of creativity alive in our employees, we need a collaboration tool that helps them get together quickly and enables them to make decisions fast. And Chromebox for Meetings is definitely the platform that we use. In the beginning, we were just concentrated here in San Francisco. Now we have 8 or 9 remote offices and several dozen people out in the regions that we need to collaborate with. Before Chromebox for Meetings, we were using just kind of traditional non-video tools. None of them were integrated in any way, and they all had their limitations. We got an invite to the beta for Chromebox for Meetings, and got a few different hardware kits and rolled them out to our conference rooms to get feedback from our users. And it was clear pretty quickly that they were a big hit. They were really easy to use. It helps people feel more collaborative, even if they're not here. And so before long, we had people asking for them. And now, a year and a half later, they're deployed in every conference room worldwide.
Deploying Chromebox for Meetings is a cinch. We basically send out a box to wherever it might be, whether it be Europe or our new offices in Asia. I told the person there, not even an IT person, go ahead and plug it in, and as soon as it's up, I provision it and we're done. I mean, it couldn't be simpler. We're up and running within 15 minutes tops.
They are an extremely cost-effective way to deploy video conferencing. We can deploy a Chromebox for Meetings room for a fraction of the cost of a traditional video codec. They don't require much in the way of maintenance. You know, one of our design principles here is simplicity and minimalism, and we like to keep our conference rooms clean. We like to keep the amount of gear to a minimum. The footprint of the Chromebox for Meetings is so small that people don't even know it's there. The way we use CFM is for any sort of face-to-face communication where people can't be together. We use it for any kind of meetings that happen in conference rooms, connecting conference rooms together, people individually on their laptops outside of a conference room, large team meetings, all hands, one-on-ones, interviews. I don't think we realized that it would be so easy to connect anyone with a Google account and have them interview with people here as if they were on site. Company values for us are things like knitting, things like moving quickly, things like being authentic, and a video collaboration tool enables us to do all those things. And Chromebox for Meetings, especially with the tight calendar integration and integration with Google Apps, means that we can enable people across different offices to live those values every day in their work.
Having the Chromeboxes integrate with Google Calendars is huge for us. Users can literally schedule a room, schedule a meeting, they walk in the room, they push start, their meeting is on the TV already, and you're good to go. It's huge for us.
They don't need to go and put on a plug-in, they don't need to download any additional software. It all happens right in their browser. So Google's really nailed the experience of, hey, I'm already in my calendar all day long. Adding a video call is already done for me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to add it. I don't have to communicate, hey, this is how we're having this video call today, guys. It happens in a product they use every day. And that's one of our core values as an IT team, is that there should be minimal training and that people should be able to just hit the ground running with the system, which for an IT team is a big win for us because people are productive much quicker. They just don't require any training, they don't have a lot of questions, and they're able to hit the ground running and have good experiences from day one. We don't know all the uses of the tool today, and while we're constantly finding new ones, it's exciting to see how people will use the system in ways we hadn't expected. To feel like a startup, even at our stage, innovation is something that everyone needs to be practicing, and we're not even close to finished, and we have a long way to go to reach our goals.
So let me actually echo one point you said earlier. When customers come to Google, they want that, right? Mm-hmm. And they kind of point out to our photo booth technology and stuff like that. When I walk into kind of an traditional enterprise meeting room, I see a lot of cables. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of cables. I see a TV, and then I see probably endless remotes. How is that different compared to really, or with reference to our features, to the features that Chromebox for Meetings really natively comes with?
Yeah, so let me talk a little bit more about what is Chromebox for Meetings, right? What is the package that customers would get? So as a customer, all that you need to do is bring your own screen, and the rest of the peripherals comes in a box. And what does this box contain? So the box contains a Chromebox, which is powered by, it's an Intel i7 Chromebox. It's powered by, made by trusted brands like Asus and Dell. It also comes with a microphone speaker hub. It has an HD camera, as well as a QWERTY keyboard, QWERTY remote control. So all that you need to do now is unpack the box, connect the cables, and then follow the simple setup wizard and connect it to your screen, and then you're really up and running in under 10 minutes. And we've had
We have one right here.
exactly, and we've had numerous anecdotes from customers who've been able to set it up. They can actually completely outfit 30, 40 conference rooms, right, in a matter within an hour, right? So it really makes the entire setup experience to be super simple. And once it's set up, right, the process of actually getting into a call or joining a meeting is as simple as a single click, right? So I don't need to remember complex dial-in codes anymore. I don't have long waiting times anymore. I just need to walk into a room, I pick up my remote, and then with a single click, I'm in the meeting. And the key thing is, if as a customer you are using Google Calendar, it makes it even more easier, right? Because now you just assign the calendar to your room, and you walk into a room and you see all the events for the room showing up on the screen. And it becomes super easy. You know the duration of the meeting, what is the start time, what is the end time. You can keep it as private as you need, and you're in the meeting, right? You're in the call. So we've completely removed all the overhead that you see with traditional video conferencing systems and made this super simple and easy.
Yeah, so just imagine by click of a button, you actually join the meeting, right? Back to the story, like, trying to look for that bridge in the car or at the airport, you open your calendar, and then somewhat natively you press the button, and then you're automatically in that virtual conference room.
Exactly. And talking about cables, have you ever tried to screen share in a traditional video conferencing system, right? What do? If you have a Mac or you have a Windows PC, you need to find out what the right cables are. But now with Chromebox for Meetings, all that is in the past, right? All that you need to do is you need to remember a simple URL. The URL is a universal URL. It's called g.co/present. You open up your browser, you type in this URL, and there you can wirelessly screen share whatever is in your desktop, right? It's that simple.
Yeah, it's again, just to kind of take a step back. It is really that seamless experience that you advertise. This idea that you walk into essentially any Google outfitted room with your own computer, and you're no longer at the mercy of cables, but you're essentially just looking for that one URL that allows you then to share the content. Tremendous, and again, so bullish about this this piece of the product.
And the other thing I think I can't stress enough is the management capabilities, right? So if as a customer you've got hundreds of Chromebox for Meetings devices located in all your different remote offices, management of these devices couldn't be simpler. Again, we provide a web-based administration console called the Chrome Management, and through that console you can remotely configure, manage these devices wherever they are located. And we're continuously adding new features to the management console to better monitor, report on these devices.
Yeah, so, and again, we have customers, and I think that's a huge point, right? So we have customers that have deployed these, in their offices in EMEA, as well as North America, and are now looking to deploy in APAC. Traditionally, you would have to send a whole SWAT of IT folks to those locations, and then help, somewhat, a bit of a laborious process, somewhat, help install them. So this is essentially now done through one web interface by a click of a button.
Mm-hmm. It's very simple.
Yeah, so you're kind of streamlining that entire IT process, which is fantastic for any CIO and any operation officer.
Exactly. And of course, a lot of companies, they do have traditional video conferencing systems, right? So with Chromebox for Meetings, what we have done is we've also got partnerships with a lot of other interoperability providers like Video and BlueJeans, and they allow you to connect Chromebox for Meetings and Hangouts with other H323 and SIP-enabled video conferencing systems. So that's another feature that's also available.
Interesting. So the enterprise space that we're addressing, I mean, obviously we want them to go full Google, but if there's a heavy legacy dependency, now we can actually roll out Chromebox for Meetings and have those Chromebox for Meetings talk to other systems as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
So let's now maybe walk through a quick demo of how all of this comes together.
Demo. Perfect.
Using Hangouts lets your team collaborate over video meetings across smartphones, tablets, and devices. Chromebox for Meetings devices extends these video Hangouts to any room. Setup is incredibly simple. All you need is a display, Chromebox for Meetings, internet connection, 5 minutes, and you've turned your meeting space into a high-definition conference room. When you're all plugged in, simply enroll your device and follow the setup wizard. So now I've scheduled a meeting in this room. With one quick glance, you can tell if the meeting room is free, for how long, and if any other meetings are scheduled. When I'm ready to join the meeting, all I've got to do is press join. Hey guys!
Hi.
Hangouts works from anywhere and on every major OS, so feel free to set up your meetings worldwide. For this meeting, I'd like to share some slides. So on my laptop, I type in g.co/present, and I'm able to share my entire screen. Now everyone in the meeting can see my presentation. Thanks everyone! While Calendar is great, not all meetings are scheduled in advance. We've all been asked to jump on a call and join spontaneous meeting. Actually, Casey just messaged me on Hangouts and asked me to join a meeting called Chrome. So I put in Chrome. And we're back. Hi, Casey. You can even request to join a video chat outside of your organization just by including the web domain name with the meeting name, like this. Lastly, using Chrome Management makes it easy to manage your devices day to day without having to leave your desk. For example, you can monitor the health of your devices, like which are on or offline, and reboot them remotely. You can associate each device to a meeting room and a unique calendar, plus a bunch of other features. Now you can streamline management across all device types, whether it's Chromebooks, Chromebox for Meetings, signage, or kiosks. We hope you learned how quick and simple it is to extend video meetings to every conference room. Thanks for joining us today.
So we've excited the market. We've gotten a lot of
I hope so.
Great press on this. I can tell you, again, customers are screaming about this. What's coming up next? How do we address even more endpoints?
Yeah, so today Chromebox for Meetings supports the smaller conference rooms, right? So it is the up to 8 people conference rooms. So we're super excited to now announce that we're looking to support the larger conference room, the larger meeting room, which can hold up to 18 participants. And this has been one of the most asked for feature requests from our customer base, so we're super excited. So what does this mean? This means that now you can connect dual screens in your conference room with your Chromebox, and also power it with pan-tilt zoom cameras and dual microphone speaker units, and all of this to get a really rich and a super VC experience for all your participants. So other than that, we're also continuing to add more and more management capabilities in our Chrome management panel. These include the ability to remotely start and mute calls. You can call a phone from the device. We're adding additional a mechanism to actually track usage of these devices. So for example, you can determine which devices are online right now, which devices are offline. So as an IT administrator, it becomes super easy for me to kind of remotely monitor a fleet of my devices wherever they are located around the world. And above all, this has also been another ask, is today, most of the controls have to be done by the super admin. You need a super administrator who logs into Chrome Management and manages these devices. And this has been a tricky point for big companies who want to make sure that access is controlled. So we're actually launching a feature called delegated administration. So now IT administrators can choose to delegate access to the admin admin panel for user groups. And so we're super excited about that functionality as well.
So that's huge, right? So think about an enterprise that has a global footprint. Again, my earlier example with EMEA and APAC. the reality is that a lot of those teams actually have local IT teams, right? And they do not want to be at the mercy of, let's say, a North American super admin. So now you can actually kind of delegate those functions over to regional leads. Again, super excited about that, and I can tell you it was a huge customer request. So obviously, very, very bullish about this entire thing. Anything else on Chromebox for Meetings?
I think.
While I have you here.
What else? I think we're super happy to be getting our customers use the product. We've been super excited by the adoption and the reception we've been seeing about this product in the market. So it's been very exciting for us, and we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary for Chromebox and Meetings. There's a lot going on, and we're as excited as any other startup out there.
Well, it's fantastic, and again, just to kind of reiterate this, CFM is a technology that really addresses the entire spectrum from SMB to large enterprises, right? Because I think everyone out there is struggling with the issues that you were telling me about, the interoperability, that's very, very high cost point, and then overall figuring out what that future strategy is with regards to underlying operating system, right? And if you future-proof yourself with regards to the OS, it opens up a variety of use cases, Chromebox for meeting, video technology being one of them. So super, super excited.